Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So I'm Life Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for mental fitness. So this coaching conversation is for individuals who wants to become mentally fit so they can be empowered to take full responsibility and accountability with their decisions in life, regardless of their mental condition or their mental state. And my mission is to empower 1 million individuals to become mentally fit so they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle towards the recovery of their broken name, broken identity, and broken dreams so that they can design and truly live a life of responsibility and a life of stewardship. So thank you for joining me live today. And of course, please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. And please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. And for the episode of this mental fitness, we are going to talk about how alcohol affects your brain. Ayan. So if you have any idea on how alcohol affects your brain, go ahead and type it in the comment box and share it with me. Remember that this is a safe space and we value your thoughts, we value your feedback, and it is a beautiful way, of course, to stay engaged in our session for this afternoon. This is very interesting. Or, ayan, pwede din, no? You can also share with me if you drink alcohol, used to drink alcohol, what are the effects that you feel on your body, di ba? Paano ka ba pag nalalasing ka? Ano usually na na-experience mo, di ba? What you usually experience. Go ahead and share it with me, share it with us, type it in the comment box below. Okay, so in case you're meeting me for the first time, my name again is Coach Candee Teng from Life Coach Philippines. I'm a professional CACC life coach and a mental health coach with coaching focus on healing and recovery through mental fitness. I am also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. I am a proud scholar of Master Coach A's Tribe Speak, a six-step to six-figure speaking career training program, and I am the founder and creator of When Comfort is Not Too Comfortable coaching community. And in this community, I help you to become mentally fit so you can start journeying, outside of your comfortable lifestyle. So when you talk about comfortable lifestyle, it is not again limited to physical comforts. This can be your emotional comforts, mental comforts as well, that prevents you from changing, from from growing, from transforming your life and really living the best life that you truly want, and realizing your greatest potential or self actualization. And of course, I am a proud scholar today. I am a proud coachee of Master Coach A. So we have been in 3 years in partnership for 3 years na. Waiting, ongoing fourth year na kami ni Master, ayan, with a new program as well. And of course, when I got into master into coaching, no, and met Master Coach A, I was clinically diagnosed with multiple mental conditions. So we work on my mental wellness and my mental fitness. That's why I finally got healed from my multiple mental illnesses. But of course, just like in anything else, just like in physical fitness, you have to continue working out. You have to continuously have that system that can make you physically fit. So it's the same with mental fitness. While I am healed, it is not an excuse for me not to keep on working on my mental fitness. And of course, we all have mental fitness, and just like physical fitness, no, it is a muscle that you can build. And as you use the muscle, it keeps growing stronger and stronger. Therefore, no, in mental health, there is no such a thing as stagnant. Okay, there's no such thing as stagnant. It's either you grow stronger or you decline. Yeah, so that's something that you want to really think of when you talk about mental fitness. Ayan. So Coach Nord just joined us, no? Um, so I have a question, no? So feel free to share with me what you know of the effects of um alcohol to your body or you to your brain, and of course if you can also share with me, no, if you drink alcohol, what are usually, no, the effects on you, ano yung nangyayari sa iyo, ano yung nararamdaman mo. Okay, so this is my page, Life Coach Candy. Please like and follow. Okay, and this is my group when comfort is not so comfortable coaching community, so feel free to join the group. And of course, if you want to drop me some note, ask me some questions, okay, you can connect with me. This is my personal FB account. So I only have this account and it exactly looks like this. So if it doesn't look like this, that's not me. And of course, I encourage you to like, follow the Cup Coffee Republic, which is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. It's where I am presently located. And we are now open from 12 p.m. to 12 midnight. Ayan, di ba? Ang saya-saya. Okay. So I invite you to be a channel of love and hope as you bless someone with a meal from the Cup Coffee Republic. Hashtag gift, no? Ibig sabihin, you gift someone and become a blessing to them with the meal of the Cup Coffee Republic. And along with that meal, no, let your personal message inspire someone today, and let us help you, of course, bring light into someone's life, especially this season of pandemic. And ano na, no, syempre, November na, Burr months na, no, we're going towards December, and it's a great way, of course, to let someone know that they are remembered and they are appreciated. So partner with us in bringing healing into each and every household there is. So be blessed all the more for being a blessing. Hello, Coach Part. So as I begin, I invite you to get your hashtag pack my bag moments or your hashtag pack my bag moment or your intentional learnings. These are key points, aha moments, word sharing, lessons that resonated with you. These are your epiphanies. These are powerful truths that speaks to your heart, and for some pinches their heart. Okay, and usually when you get this, you usually say, "I'm done. I got it. I got what I paid for, I got what I came for, ayun na yun. Ay, kaya pwede na ako mag-alsa balutot. Alsa balutan, kaya siya, hashtag pack my bag moment. But really, these are learnings that you can really take with you and apply it in your life. Okay? So I encourage you, of course, to share your hashtag pack my bag moment on your timeline, of course, so you can get to bless other people, know your friends, even strangers, no? Someone who gets to browse the news feed and sees your timeline, no? And yung mga intention, yung nag-check ng profile mo, no? When they go into your profile, they see your hashtag pack my bag moment. They become blessed as well. So as you are being blessed by what I'm sharing with you, you are as well becoming a blessing to other people. And of course, if you want to put the context so people will know where your hashtag pack my bag moment comes from, you can put hashtag coaching TikTok, hashtag mentally fit Phil, hashtag mental fitness first. And let's begin. Ayan. So we are on week 9. So on week 9 of the 13-step formula to balancing your brain chemistry, we are now on eliminate alcohol. Of course, we do not know eliminate immediately, of course. You have to understand first, you have to become educated first, no, on how alcohol is actually disrupting the chemicals in your brain, in your body, so you will know and you will become empowered for you to decide how to finally limit or eliminate alcohol. So every day, our exposure to environmental toxins result in defective mitochondrial cell function, which causes dementia, Alzheimer, depression, anxiety, and other very common neurological diseases. Ayan. So oftentimes, we just don't know. We know, no, that only 5% are actually caused by genetics, mga neurological diseases, and 95% are actually caused by environmental influences. Now, let's talk about alcohol. So, Coach Lynn shared, no, na sabi ni Coach Lynn, depressant si alcohol. Yes, ayan. Maganda tong sinabi ni Coach Lynn that alcohol is actually a depressant. And nung na-high school siya, Nag-i-engineering, madami daw siyang alcohol intake, ayan. So for those, ayan, please feel free to share with me. Ayan, si Coach Tina nasa YouTube din, alcohol can disrupt our health. Um, Yan, si Coach Nords, natural alcohol sa kanya. Saka mga rice wines daw. And alcohol makes her sleep well. Okay, okay. Ayan, very interesting itong topic na to. Okay. Tada! So if you cannot see this, I'll read for you. So if you see me looking here, I'm looking at the press mat. Okay. So, have you experienced, ayan, when you drink alcohol, di ba, yung derecho, lakad ng diretso, walk straight, but your straight actually looks like this. Ayan. So eventually, you have difficulty walking. Alam mo yung paningin mo, parang dumodoble, tumatatlo, umaapat, no? You get to have blurred vision. You have a slurred speech. Example of slurred speech, wag na, medyo, angat natin yung profession. You have slurred speech, yung nagbubuhol-buhol yung dila natin, no? And you experience slowed reaction times and impaired memory. Okay, so this actually is a good sign, a good indicator of how it actually affects your brain. Okay, so oftentimes we just know na pag alcohol, ito yung effect niya, but we don't get to really see that it is actually affecting our brain in those ways. Okay, and some of these impairments are actually detectable after only one or two drinks, no? And it quickly resolves when drinking stops. Okay? So, pag nag-stop ka ng drinking, di ba, nagiging normal ka, kaya mo na you can already walk straight, you already have clear vision, but the thing here is not all memories, no, are there when you talk about drinking. And on the other hand, of course, a person who drinks heavily over a long period of time may have brain deficits that persist well after he or she even achieve sobriety. Okay? Ibig sabihin, nakakalma na siya. Bumaba ni alcohol levels. Still, they feel the effects. And here, now I'm going to read, no, alcohol is not only bad for your brain, but it is bad for your gut. And if you know, no, I've been talking about the gut-brain axis, the gut-brain connection. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, I encourage you to look through the Coach AI-Connect videos or like Coach Philippine videos for the gut and brain connection. Madami po siya. I had a month-long series of this. Okay, and if you are suffering with depression and anxiety, the last thing you actually need is alcohol because it makes the medicines ineffective. So I don't know why there are people who are into medications, no, especially antidepressants who keeps on drinking alcohol even if it's just a wine. It makes the medicine not effective. And if you have a condition, no, it actually worsens your mental health condition. So it is something that you want to take into account. Okay. So drinking alcoholic beverages can lead to brain shrinkage of your gray matter and severe learning and memory issues. Just think about it, di ba? Yung hindi nga palaging umiinom ka ng alcohol, you already experienced this. What more if there's continuous drinkage of alcohol? So furthermore, alcohol is also known as a carcinogen, which means it is causing cancer, okay? And alcohol also function as depressant. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Lynn, which you may already know. And in case you don't know, now you know. So you need to consider this heavily because if you are struggling, especially with depression, anxiety, or any neurological diseases, um, when you are drinking, then you are essentially making your condition worse. Okay, you're naturally worsening your condition. So we do know that heavy drinking, of course, may have extensive and far-reaching effects on the brain, ranging from simple slips in memory. Alam mo, parang di ko maisip, di mo maisip, nakakalimutan mo. Hello, Bill! Ayan, na-miss natin si Bill. Thank you for joining us, okay? And permanent and debilitating conditions that require lifetime care, okay? And even more moderate drinking even leads to short-term impairment as shown by extensive research on the impact, of course, of the simplest one is drinking while driving, okay? So some common disorders associated with alcohol-related brain damage and the people at great risk for impairment, I will be sharing it later, no? So again, it's no secret that alcohol affects our brains. And most moderate drinkers like the way it makes them feel. Yung mga social drinker dito, yung mga, let's not even talk about the alcoholic, no? Ibig sabihin yung talagang addicted sila sa alcohol. Um, yung moderate drinker lang that they just, drink wine to make them feel good, to make them feel happier, to make them feel less stressed, and more sociable. Yung iba dito, di ba, naturally, they call themselves introvert, and then they need alcohol in order for them to become sociable, di ba? So science has actually verified that alcohol's feel-good effect through PET scans or PET scans or positron emission tomography. Yun yung PET, okay? So it detects early signs of cancer, heart disease, and brain disorders. So it has shown that alcohol releases endorphins, which is what we call the pleasure hormones, which bind to opiate receptors in your brain. So excessive drinking is linked to an increased risk of dementia, and decades of observational studies have indicated that even moderate drinking, defined as no more than one drink a day for women, and two drinks for men, has few ill effects, but it still has an effect on your brain. Okay. So even for moderate drinkers, indicating that even moderate drinking is associated with shrinkage in areas of your brain involved in cognition and learning. So there are MRI scans. Actually, they found that the amount of shrinkage in the hippocampus, okay, region, the brain area, which is associated with memory and listening, was related to the amount of what people drink. Okay, so those who had the equivalent of four or more drinks a day had almost six times the risk of hippocampal shrinkage as did non-drinkers. So while moderate drinkers have, of course, three times the risk. However, the only link between drinking and cognitive performance was that heavy drinkers had a more rapid decline. Ayan. So you want to be able to look into that. And did you know that there is a Harvard research study, that they found that the brain volume shrinks, in proportion to the alcohol consumed. So kung heavy drinker ka, feeling mo hindi ka nalalasing at ang dami-dami mong dinidrink, na alcohol, ganun din yung equivalent na ginagawa mo sa brain mo. That is the equivalent of what you are doing to your brain and shrinking your brain. And that is what we call atrophy. Okay, yun yung shrinkage. In science term, it's what we call atrophy, Atrophy is a decrease in size of any body part, cell, organ, or other tissue in your body, okay? So again, your brain volume shrinks in proportion to the alcohol you consume. Okay, so this is even applicable to light and moderate drinkers. So wala po siyang exception. Okay, so we all know that the brain is a delicate and intricate organ in our bodies that is very important, that we must maintain a careful balance of chemicals, which we call neurotransmitters. Now, for a person to function properly, okay, you need a balance in your brain chemicals, okay, which is called the neurotransmitters. And alcohol intoxication disrupts this balance, and it disturbs the brain's natural equilibrium, and long-term chronic use forces a person's brain to adapt in an effort to compensate for the effects of alcohol. Ayan. So these are some of the short-term and long-term effects of alcohol in your brain. Yeah. Di ba? Just in case you don't know, now you know. So yung short-term effects niya, no, is the dopamine release. This is where you feel happier, you feel pleasure, you feel a little bit, no, yung stress mo nag-relieve, and you experience impaired speech, impaired motor, 'di ba? Parang hindi mo ma-coordinate yung katawan mo, and of course impaired decision making. Kaya oftentimes pag umiinom, especially when doing business, okay, you want to be able to refrain decision making, any area of your life, no, especially when you're drinking, you want to be able to refrain from decision making, because whatever your decision is when you are drinking, that is not the best decision, because wala yung cognitive function mo, okay? Your cognitive function lessens, okay? And of course, impaired memory creation. So alcohol affects the brain chemistry by altering the levels of chemical messengers that transmit signals and control our thinking, behavior, and even emotions. Kaya po meron, di ba, pag naglalasingan, there are accidents, nagpapatayan. Okay. So these messengers are called, again, neurotransmitters. So alcohol in particular increases the effects of the inhibitory neurotransmitters, which is known as GABA, GABA, no? So while inhibiting the effects of the excitatory neurotransmitter glutamate at the same time. So alcohol also increases the release of pleasure chemical, which again is dopamine, which is the reward center of the brain. Kaya eventually, people become addicted and reliant to alcohol because it activates that reward center of the brain. Now, impaired memory creation. So let's talk about blackouts. I don't know if someone here no already experienced blackouts in drinking, but there is actually a science behind it, no? So blackouts and pagising mo, may memory lapses ka or even memory loss. So alcohol can produce detectable impairments in memory after only even a few drinks, no? Especially for people who do not drink. Okay. So a few drinks, and as the amount of alcohol increases, so again, that's the degree of impairment. So as you increase your alcohol intake, ganun din po, you are increasing impairment. So large quantities of alcohol, especially when consumed quickly and on an empty stomach, can produce a blackout. Tak, di ba? Blackout. Or an interval of time for which the intoxicated person cannot really recall key details of events or even the entire event. So, yun po yung nangyayari. Okay, sabi ni Coach North, kapag sobra ang iniinom kinabukasan, hindi na nila alam ang nangyari kahapon. Yes, Coach North, and this is the science behind it. Yung blackout na yan often experienced by drinkers after nanggugulo during lasing sila. Yes, and they can't even remember it. And oftentimes, di ba, if this happens, the person becomes someone who you are not familiar with because yung behavior na-impair din niya, no? Okay, so na-impair yung behavior, actions, emotions. Okay, depende rin sa ayan, sabi ni Coach Lin, depende din ito sa tolerance. Maganda yung sinabi ni Coach Lin. Because technically, the higher your tolerance is, you don't know that the higher damage you are doing to your brain. Just because you have a high tolerance doesn't mean you have to drink it. Okay? Kasi mas delikado, okay? It is more dangerous for you if you actually have high tolerance for alcohol, which is a very, very good point of Coach Lin, no? And I will actually be discussing this, but yun siya, yun talaga siya, no? So blackout are much common for among social drinkers, okay, than previously assumed and or should be viewed as potential consequence of acute intoxication. So wala po siyang pinipiling age. There is no this is regardless of age, no, and whether the drinker is clinically dependent on alcohol, even people who have high tolerance on alcohol experiences blackout, especially if it is consumed, no, rapidly, ibig sabihin, quickly, mas mabilis. So, ito yung mga moments na have you ever awoken after a night of drinking? Malamang, di ba, masakit, the hangover is there, masakit ang ulo, no? And you are not able to remember things that you did or even places that you went. And oftentimes, no, when this happens, these are potentially very, very dangerous events that you could not remember and you couldn't even know what you have done. Okay? So, we all know, madami po nangyayari pag ganito na. Okay? So, did you also know that there are actually equal numbers of men and women reported experiencing blackouts, despite the fact that men drank significantly more often and more heavily than women? Ibig sabihin, no one is exempted in this because, again, it's the brain, it's our body. Okay? So, kamusta po kayo dyan? Okay. And, actually, brain shrinkage is a common indicator of brain damage. In short, again, when you drink alcohol, it is proportional to with the amount of the alcohol that you drink is proportional to the brain shrinkage that you are causing, and it causes brain damage. Okay, it is an indicator of brain damage. So in alcoholic men and women, it is reported that male and female alcoholics, and even no, kahit na hindi ka pa alcoholic, even if you're just a moderate or light drinker, it shows that there is brain shrinkage. Uulitin ko, I really like to emphasize brain shrinkage. So studies have showed that both men and women have similar learning and memory problems as a result of drinking. Again, it is no exemption. Hindi porket lalaki ka, malakas ka uminom. Hindi porket, alam mo yun, because oftentimes there is as well, no, um, stigma on that. Okay, but then again, when you talk about the brain, wala po siya. This is across the board. Okay, so people who have been drinking large amounts of alcohol for long periods of time run the risk of developing serious and persistent changes in the brain. So dito na papasok si long-term effects of alcohol on the brain. Okay, and the damage may be a result of the direct effects of alcohol on the brain and may, of course, pwede din, no, result indirectly from a poor general health status or from severe liver disease. So a good example of it that is in here, no, I think that is new, that would be new to you, is thiamine deficiency, which is a very common occurrence in people with alcoholism or people who like to drink alcohol, and it results from poor overhealth nutrition. So just in case you don't know, thiamine is vitamin B1, which is an essential nutrient for your brain, and not only your brain but your tissues as well. It is a nutrient required by all your tissues, no, and thiamine is found in foods such as meat, poultry, whole grain cereals, nuts, dried beans, peas, and soybeans. So alcohol excessively, no, the drinking of alcohol excessively, especially for long periods of time, um, creates the risk of thiamine deficiency. So as a result of as well, no, poor nutrition. So pag kinumbay mong pangit, pangit na, poor na yung nutrition mo, and you keep on drinking, eventually it can result in the development of Wernicke Korsakoff syndrome or WKS, okay? Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. Okay? So, which is sometimes commonly referred as the wet brain. So, this condition can cause persisting mental confusion, eye movement disturbances, difficulty with coordination, and persistent learning and memory problems. And And of course, associated with that is the Korsakoff psychosis. Okay, so if you look at this, all of this are mental, are brain no effects, okay, of alcohol. So lahat to, ang tama ay ang brain. It all affects the brain. So, of course, no, long-term alcohol abuse can also lead to development of alcohol use disorder or AUD, which may sometimes be referred to as having an alcohol addiction or alcoholism. So, if you want to know the scientific scientific term for that, AUD. Okay. So again, AUD is compulsive, problematic pattern of alcohol use that persists despite negative consequences to a person's health, job, and even personal relationships. And you can see here, no, madami siya, memory lapses, hepatic and en- encephalopathy, suicidal addition and action. Okay, so yung mga this is very dangerous. Okay, so alcohol is not only dangerous when you're drinking, but it actually is dangerous because ini-inhibit nga niya yung neurotransmitters. So eventually you get to have suicidal ideation as well. Okay, it creates psychosis, again, depression, short attention span, schizophrenia, confusion, blackouts in your memory, and lesions in your brain, and of course, again, brain shrinkage. So, ano ba yung mga region no, na na-affect when you drink alcohol? What are the brain regions that get affected? No? So, of course, the first is the cerebellum, which is the center of movement and balance. Kaya, pag umiinom ka, di ba, pa, diretso, ganon. Okay? So, when you drink, this region is impaired. So, staggering and being off balance can be felt. Yung lakad mo gumaganon-ganon. Okay. So, the next one is the cerebral cortex, which is the brain's region where our thoughts are processed and our consciousness is centered. So when alcohol is present, it slows down the processing of information from your eyes, ears, mouth, skin, and other senses, and it also makes it difficult for people to think clearly. Now, the next, of course, is hypothalamus. The hypothalamus actually coordinates the automatic functions in the brain and regulates the release of hormones. Again, alcohol is an inhibitor, okay? And alcohol depresses nerve cells in your hypothalamus, thus influencing arousal, ability, and performance. Kaya ito yung feeling mo, lahat kaya mong gawin and Superman ka, no? Which leads to all sorts of accidents. And lastly, I'm sharing few of few brain regions that get affected by alcohol. Okay, the last one is medulla. So it is an area of the brain that regulates breathing, consciousness, body temperature, and other automatic functions. So when administered, alcohol causes sleepiness by acting on the medulla. Kaya, di ba, masarap ang tulog, sabi nga ni Nords. And it also interferes with the ability to control temperature and respiration, yung biglang umiinit at pinagpapawisan ka. So which can actually be dangerous as well, especially if you have any heart problems, heart disease, or if you are especially unaware no, na meron ka nun. So long-term health risk of chronic alcohol use, whether it is, again, social drinking, alcoholism, moderate drinking, or light drinking can include heart, liver, and digestion problems since, again, it affects the guts. It is, again, a carcinogen, so it causes cancer. It weakens your immune system, no, as well as it affects mood. That's why you have depression, anxiety, and other mood problems, which is actually brain, no, associated with the brain, neurological disease siya, and sleep disturbances, and the development of other mental health problems. And brain shrinkage is proportional, again, to the amount of alcohol you consume. So even mild and moderate drinkers can hindi can, experiences shrinkage of the hippocampus than those who abstain from alcohol completely. So alcohol affects a part of the brain that, again, in general, controls movement, speech, judgment, memory, thus causing short-term effects of excessive drinking, which include slurred speech, memory lapses, aggressive outbursts. Ayan. Kasi nga yung emotions mo hindi na-regulate. That's why dito din lumalabas yung mga aggressive outbursts, no? Impulsive behaviors, loss of motor coordination. And in the long run, of course, we all know that drinking large amounts of alcohol for a prolonged period of time can have serious side effects on drinkers' mind and consciousness, and malamang no, even the physical health. Okay. So again, um, drinking can counteract the benefits of your antidepressant medication or other medications that you are taking. So if you have a mental health condition and you are not taking medications, drinking is a no-no. Drinking alcohol really is a no-no. Okay, because it actually makes your symptoms more difficult to treat. So not only if you are, this is again not exclusive for people who have medication, but if you have any form of mental illness, no, mental condition, alcohol is a no-no because as you can see, it damages your brain. It damages the brain. Therefore, if you are into the road of healing and recovery, one of the ways that you can take care of your health is actually refraining and restraining from alcohol. Again, consuming alcohol makes your symptoms, makes your condition difficult to treat and even worsen your condition. Okay, although it may seem to improve your mood in a short term, the overall effect actually increases your symptoms, especially the symptoms of depression and anxiety. And side effects may be worse if you also take another medication. Okay, you want to be able to know about this. You want to become really, really educated on this. Okay, so that's it for our episode on how alcohol affects your brain. So do join me. I invite you to join me in a mental health and vitality one-on-one workshop. So this is free. This is happening on November 13th, Saturday at 1 p.m. So this is via Zoom. Okay, this is a private class via Zoom. So if you want to know more, if you want to register, feel free to message me for the registration link. Okay. So again, in this program, you get to understand the fundamentals of mental health and again, Vitality 101, what it means to be vital, no? And how it is actually related to our mental health. When you talk about the good mental health or good physical health in general, vitality has to be there. Okay, you can become healthy but not vital. But if you really look into holistic wellness, you really want to heal and recover, vitality is very, very important, especially for your mental health. So as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. So if you are not yet a smart holder of B-Learning e-card, then you are missing the perks that we are enjoying. And of course, today is the best time for you to take action to connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the B-Learning Society, which is the tent maker of B-Learning homes for mental fitness, where you get to, of course, enjoy a 5% food and beverage discount from the Cup Coffee Republic, and you get a full access to Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A happening every fourth Saturday of the month. Plus, you get to benefit from a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. So you want to be able to um, save the date, no? Save the date on November 27 at 7 p.m. for our next Mental Model Masterclass as Master Coach will teach about Jeff Bezos' Mental Model Mastery. So just in case you don't know who Jeff Bezos is, he's an American entrepreneur. He's a media proprietor, investor, and computer engineer, and he is the founder and executive chairman of Amazon. Ayan. So, again, I hope to see you in class. So, for more information and registration assistance, connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661. And now, for individuals who intend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A offers Coactively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. So this is a CPT accredited course with 40 credit units. So CPD is all about learning new things, or excuse me, refreshing your knowledge by doing new things, and this what makes CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect fit for your continuous professional development. So again, CPD is continuing professional development. So life coaching is actually the 21st century learning experience that is empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains, thereby increasing their value and their relevance in an increasingly complex workplace. So CACC course includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team, and the program package also comes with many other bonuses. To connect with Coach Giselle through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities awaiting for you in this profession. And what's beautiful here, you can start your journey of becoming a co-actively co-create life coach with an initial investment of 5,000 pesos or 100. Okay, so that is very exciting. So if you want to know more about this, I encourage you to connect with Coach Giselle through 0917-586-1661. So do join us for another coaching conversation tomorrow with Coach Orville for Coaching for Courageous Living at 10 a.m. Master Coach Jasmine for Coaching for Frontliners at 2 p.m. and Coach Joanna for Coaching for Moms in Transition at 4 p.m. So once again, this is Coach Candee from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk, because coaches like us think and talk like this, and this is us and the Philippines. Love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Bye bye.